Hello and welcome to another 5-minute first impressions. I'm Anthony Malik and this is Review Your website reviewing bardcreative.com. I'm half expecting this website to have some Shakespeare references as we go along. So first thing is first, it was nice and quick loading, but that image did noticeably drop down from the top as it was loading. Just something to keep an eye on. There's also a lot of, you mightn't be able to see this in the video, but I can actually see some distortion effects coming on from the compression. And it's quite obvious because you have a kind of, I guess, you have a fairly, the word I'm thinking of is a uniform kind of pattern going on here with changing colors over time, and sometimes that doesn't. If you have a changing color and a uniform enough pattern that for the human eye, we notice these kind of effects a lot more. But otherwise, it's a nice enough image of branding and website, a web design consultancy focused on solving real world problems. Have a project you want to get started? Maybe you just want to bounce some ideas around. Let's talk. Okay, so fair enough. Your background picture doesn't really have a huge amount to do with design, though. I see that, you're a web design, so you have obviously a computer keyboard. But other than that, I'm not really getting much actual design going on here. But I'm sure it'll be a little bit more obvious as we go along. Bard Creative, I like the harp here. Is that the Guinness harp or the Republic of Ireland harp? I always forget which way they go. Bard Creative, homework about, let's talk. So a little bit about alignment here. I like that you have a nice big border going on here. It's interesting that all your text happens to be fully justified, or not fully justified, but left aligned anyway, but close to fully justified, which is, it's like just off, and it's just off enough to attract attention and look slightly off. Then you also have this aligned to the left here. This might just look better centered if it's the very top of your website. But let's go down a little bit. I like how your menu fades away in the back, and it's very simple. It doesn't need to be any more than that. Do you know what? If it's white on white, I would make it completely see-through or add some sort of border, almost like this line here, just to make it obvious that there's a difference, that it's not just covering content that I'm not sure if you understand. I like the typography though. I like your fonts. They match very well. You've got nice line spacing going on, and you got a lot of white space going on at the side, and I like that a lot. It's a lot of room to think and understand. Featured work, you can see what you're working on. Very nice. Testimonials, always very important. I like the little animation going on here, and your pictures are very nice. However, you do have some in grey and some in colour, so I would maybe make those consistent. Either make all of them in colour or all of them grey, but that's just me. Does your website align with your brand? Does your website align with your brand to establish trust with your customers? That's a little bit long for a sentence for people to read. I don't think they're going to read the whole thing to try and understand it. Let me see, download a free guide. So you have a free guide to understand the relationship between building trust and well-aligned branding. Okay, interesting. And you got to enter your email to get it. Yeah, okay. So we do have a consistent idea here going on with the buttons left aligned. I'm comparing that to this button here and this button here, which is good. It does, I suppose it justifies the fact that this is left aligned here, but it still seemed weird at the start. You also have your social icons here, which are quite nice. Subtle. I think if people are going to go looking for them, that's where they're going to go look. I would maybe just leave them at the bottom though. I mean, I've never been one for keeping your social icons on the screen all the time. I think just let them sit back. People will go looking for them if they really want to share your website. They'll go looking for them. And you've got a nice simple footer that disappears. See the way, so your footer disappears and doesn't cover text, but your header does, and I find that a little bit strange going on, but that's obviously a design choice. But I would make this go completely transparent rather than like 90% transparent. Other than that, it's a really nice website, I have to say. So I hope this was useful. Thanks very much.